Hello everyone, this is Akhier, and welcome to another edition of Books I've Reread, once again using the fantastic website, Fantastic Fiction, and the author of the book this time is Anne McCaffrey, may she rest in peace. Most likely you all know her from the Dragon Riders of Pern, as that's her most popular series, but the one I'll be talking about this time is To Ride a Pegasus, which is part of the Pegasus series, which is part of the Talent Universe, which also contains Tower and Hive. And I think there's some other couple books, but these are the ones that I consider the main Talent universe. And in fact, while this technically says this is Talent series, I'm going to focus, or Pegasus, I'm going to focus on To Ride a Pegasus for two reasons. First of all, the last books I've reread I felt a little stretched doing multiple books. Along with that, I actually consider To Ride Pegasus its own mini-series, separate from Pegasus in Flight and Pegasus in Space. Mostly because it has a couple stories, and the timeline between the two is stretched out enough, and the topics and stuff are different enough that I definitely see them as separate thoughts in separate series. Anyway, since we're going to be talking about To Ride a Pegasus, let's get over here. To start off, talents, that basically means people with psychic powers. If you like the idea of integrating psychic powers as a scientifically proven thing into a somewhat modern setting, this is a good book. The rest of them admittedly do start to get farther and farther away from modern, realistic setting with a touch of telepathic and psychic powers and stuff. Though the other Pegasus books are more founded in this, whereas the Tower series is definitely science fiction of a grander scale than just some kind of alt-modern. Anyway, as I was saying, the thing I really like about this book is the way that it shows how psychic powers, if they were proven, could be melded into the current society. It takes the views and stuff and really explains the various troubles and foibles that would come up because of it. The first bit of the book follows Henry Darrow, someone that can see the future, or as he likes to term it, a tea leaf reader on a grandiose scale. And because of a scientific thing developed, scientist, whatever, it detects psychic power in your brain when you use it. Goose egg. Hells yeah. But yeah, with that, it's proven that psychic powers are real, and then Henry Darrow has to go through founding the organization that'll, find, classify, and train talents, and all the problems that'll come with it, including the stuff like, obviously everyone hates them, because who wouldn't? They're special people, and I could definitely see a lot of people disliking them in the modern world just because, why do they get to be special? I'm a snowflake, unique, and blah, blah, blah. But, yes, it takes the modern world and throws psychics at it. And Henry Darrow, partly because of the whole seeing the future thing, is able to guide it along and make it so that the organization that kind of is in charge of them is separate from the law and various other things, so they can be in and of themselves sufficient, and you don't add government to stuff that just slows it down. Then the next part follows his successor, the next head of the Psychic Institute. I can't remember the exact name of it, but this one's a telepath, and yeah, he's a very good one. And what he has to deal with is getting legal protection. Basically, if you can see the future and you warn someone about a disaster, what's going to happen? They're going to prevent it, or try to, or something like that, or whatever. And either they can't prevent it and they blame you, or they do prevent it and they blame you for the cost because it didn't happen. Or you didn't warn someone that, oh, grandma's going to die of a stroke, so they're going to sue you for that. And yeah, basically they need to get the protection against people trying to sue them and stop them and do all that kind of stuff. I very much enjoy this book. I highly advise it, especially, as I said, if you like psychic powers and you like a more modern setting. And as I said, the rest of them tend to get a little farther ahead in science fiction and stuff, but this one is definitely a book you can just read on its own and is worth picking up if you find it in a library, somewhere to read. I personally own every single book in the series. Multiples of them, I think that's two of whatever. But yeah, I advise it. It's interesting. It's science fiction, though modern enough that if you don't like science fiction, you can enjoy it. So yeah. Anyway, this is Akhier, and I'm signing off. Leave a like.